All praises to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who well, and likewise elders, Shalom to the elect. Lord willing, this video is edifying, and I wanted to get into, there's a couple examples in the scriptures where, the Lord tells Jake to do something and Jake don't want to do it. We've been told not to, follow the heathens and take none of their ways, but we constantly follow after these heathens, right? And we can see through the scriptures that whenever we did that, we were judged for it. Even so much as making a vow to the Lord. When you make a vow to the Lord and you don't keep it, the Lord is going to jack you up. And I know, brothers we all make vows to the Lord pretty much, whether or not it's something we say in our heart. So a lot of the times when you get jacked up is because you're not walking, to the best of your ability, which is why brothers are always saying, if a brother's getting jacked up, then, it's either for correction, because sometimes it's correction because, Job didn't sin, but he got jacked up, or, it's to prove you, it's either for correction and to, which is the same thing, to prove you, it's to correct you, man. It's to make you walk straight, to make you walk with your back straight. This is 1 Kings 20 and 31. And the servants, this is a story of I think it was not Ahab. Yeah, I think Ahab, the king of the Syrians, was going against the king of Israel at the time. I can't remember the specific name of the king. Let's see if we can. Let's see, Salakia. Salakia. Let me go through the scriptures, man. I got my sword on me here. Oh no, Ahab was the king of Israel. It was Ben Hadad was the king of Assyria. Salakia. So yeah, back to scriptures. This is 1 Kings 20 and 31. And the servant said unto him, Behold, now we have heard that the kings of the house of Israel are merciful kings. Let us, I pray thee, put sackcloth on our loins and ropes upon our heads, and go out to the king of Israel. Peradventure he will save thy life. So Jake has always been known as a merciful people, man. We've always been known as a people who, let bygones be bygones, so on and so on. This is why we're in a forgiving spirit towards Esau, man. Even Esau knows that's in our spirit. Esau will whoop your ass and Jake will turn around and hug him. It's just is a spirit that the Lord has put on us, man. It talks about, being malicious as a child. Jake really has that childlike spirit about him where you can do something to a child and the next day he forgets. He don't even remember. It's a good and a bad thing. It talks about in maliciousness be as a child, but in wisdom be as a man. So we're supposed to be able to delegate and judge what spirit to be in. That's the difference between those who walk in the truth and those who walk, in the flesh, who are carnal, who are not in the truth. They don't actually understand when you have to act like a child of malice and when you have to act like a man with wisdom. And this is the spirit that the king was in. He didn't know when to walk as a man and when not to walk as a child, pretty much, right? It's like, so this is 32. So they girded sackcloth on their loins and put ropes on their heads, and came to the king of Israel and said, Thy servant Ben Hadad saith, the king of Syria, I pray thee, let me live. And he said, Is he yet alive? He is my brother. Now the men did diligently observe whether anything will come. Well, that's going to something else. That's kind of going off the point, right? And this is 1 Kings 20 and 35. And a certain man of the sons of the prophets said unto his neighbor in the word of the Lord, Smite me, I pray thee. And the man refused to smite him. So this is in accordance. This is all leading up to the fact that, the Lord pretty much told Ahab to smite, the Assyrians, right? and they came and they begged him, and he basically he was merciful to the king. This is 36. Then said he unto him, because thou hast not obeyed the voice of the Lord, behold, as soon as thou art departed from me, a lion shall slay thee. And as soon as he was departed from him, a lion found him and slew him. Then he found another man and said, smite me, I pray thee. And the man smote him. So he said, lick me with your sword. And he licked him. You understand? When the Lord tells you to do something, you do it. You don't backpedal. You don't second guess. You just do it. So that in smiting, he wounded him. So the prophet departed and waited for the king by the way, and disguised himself with ashes upon his head. Similar to the story where the prophet was told to go and prophesy in the city, and he wasn't supposed to eat, or tarry in the city, and he did, and the Lord smote him. So when the Lord gives you an order, you follow that order. Same way when you make a vow to the Lord, you keep it. This is about being a man. Being a man is, in this world they have you in the spirit of a woman, where you're pretty much chaotic and unpredictable. A man is supposed to be predictable, and I'm supposed to know exactly where I stand with you. If I say I'm going to call you, I'm supposed to call you. If I say I'm not going to call you, you understand. If I don't, something comes up, I phone you, I explain whatever, but you're supposed to be predictable. When you say you're supposed to do something, you're supposed to either do it or try to the best of your ability to do it, Lord willing. And in this world, you can't really be like that. Even when you're dealing with women in the world, you got to play these games, wait 3 days before you call them. They call you, you don't call them back. So they're cheating on the edge, whether or not they know where they stand with you. And it's like they want you to be in the same spirit as them, man. When you're a man, everyone's supposed to know where they stand with you, right? That's the whole point of being a man, being predictable, being orderly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The people in the world, they use alphabets for letters and letters for alphabets, man. They're completely all over the place. This is 1 Kings 20 and 42. And he said unto him, thus saith the Lord, because thou hast let go out of thy hand a man whom I appointed to utter destruction. This was Ben-Hadad. What's his name? Salakia. These mad Assyrian names, man. I gotta go into the sword. Ben-Hadad, right? Because the Lord pretty much appointed him to die. Because thou hast let go out of thy hand a man whom appointed to utter destruction. Therefore thy life shall go for his life, and thy people for his people. So, Ahab, he got down in the spirits, man. He got all depressed. But pretty much the Lord told him to do something, and he got puffed up in the spirit, because the Lord had pretty much delivered a multitude of armies into his hand. So he got puffed up, and he decided to do what he wanted to do rather than what the Lord had set out. This is 1 Samuel 15 and 8. And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until fight against them until they be consumed. Now this was for Saul. This is what the Lord told Saul. He told him to destroy the sinners of the Amalekites, right? And to fight them until they be consumed, which is to utterly burn all of them to ash, and he didn't do that, right? He said, this is 1 Samuel 15, and Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. But Saul and the people spared Agag, and the best of the sheep, and of the oxen, and of the fatlings, and the lambs, and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile and refuse, that they utterly destroyed. Well, that wasn't the MO. That the Lord didn't tell you, destroy what you think is vile and keep what you think is not vile. He said, consume all of them, utterly destroy all of them, right? And this is one of the reasons we're in the situations where we're in now. Ultimately, it's all through the Spirit, because he had to be used as the Lord's whipping stool. But it's like the Lord's telling us pretty much. There's a repeating theme throughout the scriptures where the Lord has set something out for us, and we go against the Lord, and then we get jacked up for it. Now our people, we're gonna, our people collectively, we're gonna do the same thing tomorrow, right? Because the Lord has set out in the scriptures not to follow the heathen and choose none of their ways, right? And He finds this so-called holiday, because it's not a holy day, it's a holiday, right? It's witchcraft. He finds it abominable, but our people are gonna sit around the tree with their little presents, with Satan claus, you know, and they're gonna sing the little carol. I see a bunch of Jakes singing carols and all of this. We celebrate these holidays more than the damn heathen, man. And the Lord has told us not to celebrate it. And if we keep doing it, we're gonna get jacked up. So, Lord willing, some judgment goes out, this Christmas, man. And it sounds a bit cruel, but at the end of the day, our people don't listen, man. You don't listen, you feel. So the Lord got to whoop your ass when you tell a child not to do something and he does it anyway. What are you gonna do? You told him not to do it, so you telling him not to do it is pointless because he just done it anyway. Now you got to whoop him. You got to know there's consequences for his actions, and we're children, right? It says again in malice be as children and wisdom be as men, but our people, we're the other way around, man. In malice, we're like men, and in wisdom, we're like children. So Jake is quick to go off, quick to stab, shoot, whatever. But when it comes to wisdom, we have the wisdom of children, man. We're folly filled. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. Lord willing, it was edifying. Me and the brothers, hopefully, Lord willing, to go out tomorrow on this so-called high holy day for Esau, because this is like a high holy day for Esau, man. Esau treats Christmas like a high holy day, closes all the shops. He treats it like the grandest Sabbath of the year, basically, pretty much. That this is what he worships. These people, they gas themselves up the whole year just to celebrate for this one day, and then it's over, and then they're left with the rubble. They're left with the trash to deal with. Yeah, so like I'm ranting. Lord willing, the video was edifying. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule well. Likewise to the other elders in Israel who rule well. Shalom to Lord for the elect. Shalom.